So with that, we need another collision detection. So you can see we have our rectangle intersect projectile enemy, player enemy. So we're just going to copy, paste. Now it's grumpy because we have two of the same thing, of course. So now it is going to be player. I guess I should have copied one of the other. Oh, I pasted it in a bunch of times. Player and pickup. We just always have to remember the order. Oh, let's get rid of all of one. All right, so player pickup, projectile enemy, and player enemy are three current ones that we have going on right now. Eventually we will have a different kind of projectile in player when our boss can shoot at the player, and then we'll have a boss player collision, so we'll have a couple more versions of this. It would be nice if we didn't have to specify what kind of object we're passing in. We could just pass in two objects, but because this is a typed language, it requires us to do this, and because we are not using any type of extensions on classes where we would have just one master, say, sprite class, so anything that's a sprite or a graphic that we're looking at on screen, we could just say when those two things are colliding. So we're not doing that. Processing supports it, but it gets a little bit messier, so we're just going to have these kind of repeating sections for each time we're doing a rectangle intersect with it. So let's go in here. So what we can do is, well, it's going to be kind of like this. So I'm just going to copy paste this in the interest of being a little bit more efficient. So it's player and pickup. So if the player and pickup intersect, what we want is we want to add health to the player. So right now we're directly adding in that health value. Ideally we would just call a method on the player. We wouldn't hard code its property directly. So if the player had a method, and this is, introducing what would be a better practice for programming. So we're using more of a setter method instead of directly manipulating properties of objects. So we're going to call this add health, even though when we add health, it can take a positive or a negative value. So we can add to it or subtract from it. But I started to write int, but I forgot health is I'll just call this health change. And then a couple curly braces. Put a little comment in. So what we want to do is inside the player health plus equals health change. What we can do also is say if our health is now greater than our max health. And this is part of why it's nice to have a method, because now we're able to take all of this logic where we're kind of figuring out stuff related to the player if it's maximum health, and we're not doing it inside our main draw function, because it's really, the main draw function shouldn't care if the player's health is below, at, above max health. It shouldn't even know player has a max health. It should just say, hey, change your health by this amount. So if our health is greater than our max health, then we will just say health is equal to max health. Simple as that. So we can pass in, because if we add in a negative number, it's the same as subtracting. So currently here, where we're saying player's health, subtracting 2 from it, what we should do is go add health -2. And now here we say add health, and this is going to be our pickup dot value. So remember, the pickup has a particular value. And this is also why it's nice. We don't have to remember what that is. We know that we set that, that's set inside the pickup. So now in our draw, we're just changing it the same way that, well, that's if it's a heart one. What we should do also as part of this, I suppose, is we need to figure out what type of pickup. Forgot about that little part. So if pickup.type is equal to, put some spaces in there just so it looks nicer, heart, and then we're going to add health, else if pickup.type is equal to ammo. Now, we don't have like an ammo class that's keeping track of that. That's just stored at our main level where we have ammo and ammo max. So we're going to have to do that here, where we can do ammo plus equals pickup.type, not type, dot value. And then do a simple if ammo is greater than ammo max. Just want to verify I said ammo max and not max ammo. As I noticed when I was putting this whole project together, I varied whether I did max in the term or the term then the max. So, and ideally you would be consistent across the board on that, but I dropped the ball on that one a little bit. So this is going to be, I'll just go pickups, intersect, there. All right, so now let's just save here, run again. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to shoot a bunch of times. Now we shot down to 3. Let's move over a little bit, and our ammo is at 10. Now, what you'll notice is it's at 10 because, well, we're running into the pickup and then it's not going away. So we need to somehow remove pickup. So we can't really move objects that are, I mean, we can push them off screen or do something. So when we intersect it, what we'll do is we'll just go pickup dot x equals negative 1000, so it's gone. Okay, this way we can just hit it one time. All right, so let's try again. Move out of the way. I don't want them chasing me here. Shoot. Now if I go boom, yeah, so we got back. Now let's run it again and see what happens. Okay. Oh. I don't want to use up all 10. I just want to go 8. Okay, now let's go pick up that pickup. Get them to chase me over here. There we go. Now it should stop at 10. And now it stopped at 10. Alright. So we've managed to make the pickup work for ammo. Let's change our pickup to heart and see what happens. There, verify that's working as well. So let's go lose some health. Wow, we lost a lot of health. And it works. We got some health back. Now let's try and just lose a tiny bit of health if I can. Oh, lost a lot of health. Try again. It's tricky to lose just a tiny bit of health. But let's... Okay, now we lost a little bit of health. So it should cap out. Let's see, boom, and it capped out. Okay, so the health is working, the ammo is working. We've made that part work. So now what we need to do is we need to add multiple pickups, and we want to kind of have a pickup timer that controls how often they're showing up, and then we can randomize whether it's going to be a heart showing up or the ammo showing up, so we can try and figure out how we want to go about that. So the first thing is to make the ability to have multiple pickups as part of this. So we need to add in a few more items